bam! Now we have a 3-inch glute seam. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is an ALPHALETE review of their new May launch, which is happening May 17th at 12 p.m. CST. I'll have all the time zones right here so you don't miss out. Code Bailey does save you 10% off with ALPHALETE. Does help support me and keep these reviews coming. So if you do use my code, thank you so much. It means the world. It also counts as an entry to my monthly giveaway. I love doing these. I've been doing these for years as a way to express how grateful I am for y'all and kind of give back. I'm gonna be going over everything that is dropping, all the pieces that I got, showing them. Also been a rebrand. They're now gonna have an app, a loyalty program, faster shipping, different inseam rises, top links, better website, a Europe warehouse, more consistent stock, and then also improving customer service. And they also have, again, a new logo, which I'll pop right here, which is also gonna be on some of the clothing items that I'm gonna show. Kind of like an A. I actually quite like the logo. It reminds me of one that they were gonna do, but then there was all that drama. So I actually quite like the logo. It's quite simple. I hope they don't make it like a big logo on some of the clothing, but for most of the pieces, it's very, very minimal. I actually think I prefer that over the wolf and even like ALPHALETE spelled out personally. That's pretty much the rebrand. So if you want to see the pieces dropping, let's just get into the review. So there's tenacity and seamless in this collection. We have contour coming back. New colors, but also we're seeing some older, like Aurora is coming back, which I'm very happy about. I friggin' loved Aurora, so I had been waiting for her to come back. We've got a new Malibu pink, a dark navy, a blue bonnet, bloom, which I'm really confused as to why they named this bloom, because they already had a bloom and these are very different blooms. And then we have Neon Spring, which is basically Aurora. Maybe it's just like the slightest bit different, so they had to rename it. And then we have Ride coming back, Rose, which is a lighter pink, Canary Yellow. I'm gonna pop pictures of the color comparisons. So the first item up, we have a brand new bra, which is the women's Lina bra, coming in Aurora, black, canary yellow, dark navy, Malibu pink, and white. A to B cup, movable straps, low impact, 70% nylon, 30% spandex. So this is the tenacity fabric, which if you're a Buff Bunny girl, it's very similar to Buff Bunny posh knit. So if you love posh knit fabric, I think you'll love ALPHALETE tenacity. Velvety soft, a little bit less pill prone, less delicate compared to the Aura. And this bra design wise is very, very similar to the Olivia Sculpt, which I love. But I feel like this one is even better. Now, it's still gonna be low support, but the straps, granted, are also a little bit bigger, so I definitely could have sized down in this. However, because you're able to move the straps a little bit and move them like that, I feel like the straps stay up better and also don't feel like they're being pulled down, whereas in the Olivia Sculpt, it just goes straight back. So you have a little bit of added structure. You also have a little bit more front coverage. Like the Olivia Sculpt kind of goes into more of like a V sweetheart neckline. As you can see, there definitely is more coverage, and I'll obviously pop the measurements right here. I did extra small, but again, I definitely feel like I could have done extra small in this as an IBTC girl and a girly that likes a tighter fit, because the straps are a little bit longer. But again, the straps back here that you can move does help give it a little bit of extra support back there and keeping the straps up. And it has removable cups, darts on the side, has like, again, kind of like the same as Olivia Sculpt, a little curve at the bottom. I feel like this bra is very, very flattering, very dainty. It feels a little bit more secure than Olivia Sculpt. If you like Olivia Sculpt, I think you'll love this one. I did extra small in all of them. I would have loved to have been able to snag an extra small to compare, but that wasn't available when we were making our selects. But this is Malibu pink. So here's the extra small. I definitely feel like it fits better than the Olivia Sculpt. I still feel like I probably could size down because I am quite smaller chested, but I would say it's very true to size. If larger chested, I feel like you'd be fine staying to your normal size because it's got pretty decent coverage. Sizing down would just kind of help the straps fit a little bit better because they are kind of sliding in the back because they're a little bit longer than the Olivia Sculpt. And as an IBTC girl, narrow chest, shorter shoulders, I just prefer when the straps are a little bit more snug and don't move. So I think I definitely would have loved an extra small, but I can still do the extra small. Still narrow chest friendly. I also think it'll be wide chest friendly because it's not insanely narrow but not insanely wide either. I feel like it's a really good mix. But I like the little curve detail, and this strap in particular just keeps sliding, whereas I feel like had I sized down it would have stayed better. Straps are a little bit bigger, but you can kind of like move it around a bit, which is a unique design. So you can make it like this, bring it in, like you can kind of tweak it a little bit. I also got the Lina bra in Aurora because again, I friggin' love Aurora. Definitely wish I could have sized down, but I'm still very happy with an extra small. Definitely feels a little bit more secure, a little bit more coverage than the Olivia Sculpt, and I love the Olivia Sculpt, so I'm very happy. It's just got like a different back, and again, a little bit more coverage. And again, you can move these. Again, it's the tenacity fabric, so velvety soft, movable cups. It's just got a thin band at the bottom, so again, quite low support. And then you've got a seam, so the cup pads don't like move all around. And then darts on the side. Definitely will be able to mix and match pretty much all these colors. The double straps. Here's the Aurora. Fit is consistent between the two colors, so it fits really good. I feel like the straps in the back make it feel a little bit more secure than the Olivia Sculpt because those just go straight back, so if they do slide off, there's nothing to really like move. So I'm actually loving this a lot more than the Olivia Sculpt. Like the more I wear it, the more I really like it. I just wish I could have tried extra small to see. I think you can go with the same size you get in Olivia Sculpt in this one, but I feel like you're gonna like it a little bit more, especially if you have the issues with the straps. And then we have the women's interval bra, ABC cup set in short sleeves. I don't know what that means. Open back, low to medium impact. Again, it is tenacity fabric, which is 70% nylon, 30% spandex. The interval bra will be coming in black, blue bonnet, dark navy, Malibu pink, and white. Now this is very similar to Buff Bunny Curve bra, and I even feel like Honor dropped a bra like this, but I would say this one's more similar to the Honor one because of the back. I'm pretty sure Honor did, or maybe I'm delusional, I don't know. It's definitely, like in my opinion, ALPHALETE bras always run big on me. This runs a lot bigger than the Buff Bunny Curve bra, which will be good for bigger chest gals, people who want more coverage, don't like tight things. But as an IBTC narrow chest gal, I definitely prefer the fit of Buff Bunny. I should have sized down to extra small. And I'll even post comparisons side by side photos. Like you can visibly see, like these are both extra small, but you can just visibly see how much bigger the ALPHALETE one is. And I do get a little bit of bagginess in certain areas. Like I just can't quite fill it out. So I definitely should have sized down to extra small. In my opinion, this bra runs big. And it is not butter fabric. It is the tenacity, so similar to Buff Bunny Posh Knit. So it's gonna be a little bit more durable than the Buff Bunny Curve bra because of the fabric. I got a little bone to pick, okay? Why did we get blue bonnet instead of a pastel blue with this color palette? Because blue bonnet is identical to blue steel that literally just dropped. This would have been the perfect opportunity to add in a pastel blue because I feel like it would have gone a lot better with this color palette. So I really don't understand why they would drop pretty much the identical color. Same for the contour. So here is the blue bonnet to the blue steel. Like what the heck? I wanted a pastel. So yeah. Also, if you have steel contour, I really wouldn't bother with blue bonnet contour. It's got a thin seam at the bottom, slight curve. Like it's not quite as curved as like Buff Bunny. Like that one really scoops under the boobs, whereas this is kind of just like a slant. I definitely prefer the Buff Bunny one. I still like this one. Like I like the design. I just wish I would have sized down. But the back has this open keyhole detail, which is really cute, and then an elastic band. But then you've got the new tonal logo right up here, razorback keyhole, and then again, like Buff Bunny, kind of curves in right here. So if you are larger chested, wider chested, you could potentially get a little bit of side boob showing. So I did extra small. Definitely wish I would have done extra small. I feel like all of ALPHALETE bras run big in my opinion, or like if you're smaller chested, you just get swallowed, or there's like bagginess. So I definitely think the Buff Bunny one is a little bit tighter. I prefer the fit of that one, but this is tenacity fabric, so more durable than butter. It's definitely, if you're larger chested, wider chested, you might potentially get some side boob happening right here. It's got less of a curved design, I feel like, than the Buff Bunny one, but still high neck. And as you can see, it's just like really baggy here. Definitely should have sized down. Has removable cups. And then the back is a little different than the Buff Bunny one. I feel like this one's more similar to the Honor one. But it's got this keyhole detail with an elastic band. It is comfortable. It's just not as snug as I like. And again, I just feel like because I am smaller chested, everything swallows me. So I just personally would size down. But if you're larger chested, I definitely think you can stay at true to size. This is the color Blue Bonnet. And then we have the wrap short coming out. 5-inch inseam, mid-rise, wrap waistband, hidden glute scrunch, 70% nylon, 30% spandex, in Aurora black, blue bonnet, canary yellow, dark navy, Malibu pink. I really hope that a 6.5 is in the works for this, because I don't like 4.5, I don't like 5. That is still too short. Had these been in bikers, I would have wanted every color, baby. But because it's 5, I don't think I'd spend my own money on it. So I really hope, I know ALPHALETE has said that they are going to diversify, include more links. I really hope that's the case, because this needs to come out in a 6.5, please. That way it does not roll and you get that under glute line. But overall, these are my favorite cut and sew shorts that they have. It does have a top seam, which is nothing more I loathe than a top seam, and you guys know that. Anytime a brand does a top seam, I just don't get it. Like, it still rolls, but then now it's got the top seam that is digging in, making my stomach look not cute. But luckily, it's only on the back, not the front, so you don't have that cutting in happening, at least in the front. And then you've got the side seams right here, shorter waistband. It's definitely for mid-rise, which I love. It's about time we got some mid-rise options from ALPHALETE. For so long, they were only ever catering to long glute gals and long torso gals. So I definitely appreciate the options. Just would love to see a biker length. And then again, it's a 4-inch glute seam. The leggings are actually, we'll get into that. So definitely would love to see it go down to match the leggings and be a 3-inch glute seam for the short glute girls, and then lower the V seam. But overall, I think it's like, it's improvement. It's really good. I mean, it's got a true hidden scrunch, so you can even see the see the scrunch happening. I don't get any camel toe in it, but if you're CT prone, you could potentially. I feel like it's pretty true to size. Tenacity's a little bit more compressive than Aura, but I don't feel like it's insanely snug. Again, the fit reminds me of Buff Bunny Passionate. If you don't like a compressive fit, maybe size up. Or if you're, again, CT prone. If you have longer glutes, sizing up might also help with this as well. But as a short glute girl, very happy with this. It also has these side curve seams, so it doesn't go straight, it does curve, which I appreciate. I don't like when they go straight. I like when they kind of, you know, give a little shape to the booty. Now these do roll, which is why I really hope we see a 6.5, because I'm just not a 5 girl. I'm not a 4.5 girl. I wouldn't spend my money on a short that length, to be honest, but I wanted to snag it because I wanted to try them, and I also love Aurora, and I wanted a matching set. The new tonal logo on the back. So very, very minimal logo, which again, I love. A little bit more compressive, more durable than the Aura fabric. Now we'll do the sticker squat test. All right, here are the Tenacity shorts. I believe they're 5. These Tenacity bottoms are definitely one of the most short glute shorts that ALPHALETE has. They roll, but I am glad we got a bottom in Aurora. It's just a shame it's in a length that I do not like. Is sheer. You have a tattoo, you're gonna see it. No tattoo, new thong, you'll be fine. I've got a crick in my neck, so I Can't do much movement, much bending. A top seam in the, at least it's only in the back. I think I would have hated the waistband on this had it been on the front as well. I do not like top seams. It's supposed to help keep it from rolling, but they still roll. And then all a top seam does is dig in and kind of like, it's very unflattering on the waist, but at least it's only in the back. It's got a cross waist, very similar to Buff Bunny Posh Knit, but I'm not getting any camel though. I have a hidden scrunch, shorter glute seam, so I do appreciate that. They're finally diversifying their glute seams. Now we're moving into the wrap legging, which is 27.5 inseam, mid-rise, wrap waistband, hidden glute scrunch. Coming in blue bonnet, dark navy, Malibu pink. I got Malibu pink extra small, my normal size. And there have been fit changes and I am very, very happy. It feels like ALPHALETE is listening. I love the rise on this for short torso gals. And the glute seam was lowered. You guys know I went on a rant for a long time because ALPHALETE for the longest time had they were all the same glute seam. Again, catering to the same body shape. So I was like, where are the short glute seams? I was so annoying with that, I know, but look what it got us. If you want to be heard, you have to be loud, okay? And I just want to say shout out to ALPHALETE for listening, because here's the last wrap short, which was still shorter glute, like their shortest glute seam they had, but I was like, it could still be shorter. It could still be shorter, okay? Like, give us one short option. And they were like, okay, we hear you. You're so annoying. We hear you. So here are the measurements for the last wrap legging. The glute seam again was like 4.5, I think. So still a little bit longer than I like, but it was their shortest glute seam. And they were like, all right, here you go. Bam! Now we have a 3-inch glute seam. So these are very short glute friendly. I think they're very flattering. I really like these. These are my favorite cut and sew leggings ALPHALETE has done. I think they killed it. I also love the rise. I love mid-rise. I think it is so flattering on the waist, especially with the curve. Now granted, again, I don't like the top seam in the back. I don't like that. I think it cuts in at me like a really, just anytime a brand has like top seams, it always just like digs into my stomach and just doesn't look right. But again, it is not in the front. Had it been in the front as well, I wouldn't have liked the waistband at all. But because it's not in the front, I still really like it. It's, again, just double lined right here. The top seam is only in the back. So cross waistbands really bring in the waist because it gives the illusion of a smaller waist. I have always loved a cross waistband, and the fact that it's, again, mid-rise, looks so good on short torso gals. Obviously, if you have a longer torso, don't like a shorter rise, this legging is not going to be for you. If you have longer glutes, don't like short glute seams, this is not going to be for you. But there are short glute girls and short torso girls out here. Hello. We have the side curve glute seam. We've got the hidden scrunch. These are 10 times better in my opinion than Buff Bunny Posh Knit. I am a happy camper. I hope these become a staple. Imagine also, I feel like you could definitely do this with cut and sew. Somebody put me on the design team. Imagine like glute compression with a cut and sew and like this glute seam. So I would also love to see like maybe the darker contrast stitching right here, because again, Lazuli V-seam, they do like darker contrast stitching and it's a short V-seam and it just enhances the booty cheeks so much more. But ALPHALETE, so appreciative of you guys listening. The short glute girlies, I feel seen. And then you got the slight curve right here. If you're a short glute galley, want to cut and sew that's still flattering on your glutes but comfortable, you're going to want to snag these because I'm a happy camper. It's the Tenacity fabric, very similar to Buff Bunny Posh Knit. I find this true to size. I don't feel like it's insanely snug. Very similar to Buff Bunny Posh Knit. It does better with sweat than Aura, but I still feel like you could get a little bit of crotch sweat in this. We'll do the sticker squat test. I think it feels a little bit thinner than this one, and again, it could be because it's such a bright color, just the dye process and the process to make it. Oh, all right, so here are the Tenacity wrap leggings. Now again, this is the shortest glute seam that ALPHALETE has. Thank goodness we have an option. It's also more mid-rise, so I'm loving that we're finally seeing some diversity in glute seams rises. We haven't had a mid-rise from ALPHALETE in a hot minute. Everything was always ultra high rise. So I'm loving this. These are definitely my favorite cut and sew leggings that ALPHALETE has. I have a top seam back here, which I don't really love, but it has a true hidden scrunch. And again, a shorter V-seam. So I do feel like these are very flattering on the short glute girlies. If you have longer glutes, this might be a little bit short. But again, this is more for short torso, short glute girly gals. I still think it'll work though. Like, it's not as low as like Lazuli V-seam or Define's V-seams. And then again, it's cross waist, which I like. It tapers in the waist. However, I feel like because of that top band, it's just, I don't know. I guess it's not as bad because it's not right here, but the top band definitely digs in, especially in the back. I feel like making it look very unflattering on my stomach. So again, I don't like top seams, and majority of tenacity bottoms have a top seam, so I don't really love that. Luckily, it's not right here though. I do think the waistband Buff Bunny Candid Cross is a lot more flattering, but I still really like these. I love the rise, love the glute seam, and again, it's tenacity fabric, so very similar to Buff Bunny Posh Knit. A little bit more compressive. I like that they have different compression levels. Tenacity is going to be a little bit more compressive than Aura. I like that we have the options. It's meant to be different compression levels. If everything was low compression, they would not have any diversity in their fabrics. They wouldn't cater to people that liked more compressive, and vice versa. If they only had high compression leggings, then the people that like lower compression would be left out. Again, this one's a little bit higher compression, but I still feel like it's pretty true to size. Like, I would not size up or size down in this. Maybe if you're a little bit more camel toe prone, maybe size up. The gusset, it is a shorter gusset area, but I personally, again, this could be because the underwear I wear, don't really get a middle line. I sometimes get Barbie crotch, but I rarely get the middle line. But the gusset is coming up higher in the tenacity wrap shorts and leggings. This is Malibu Pink. We'll put the sticker in. So again, tenacity's a little bit thicker. It's definitely going to be more squat proof than like the seamless. Nude thong, I really would not stress. Waistband stays put pretty well when bending and squatting. Now, tenacity does show sweat if it's like really intense hot day, but I still like to lift in these. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like, you might see a little crotch sweat in it, but I feel like it holds up really well with movement. More of like Pilates princess vibes. Like, I would definitely wear this to a Pilates class. Inseam is, I would say 7/8. It's not as stretchy as like the contour seamless leggings will be, but I'm 5'4" and it's hitting 7/8 on me. And then we have the women's flex tank long, double layered square neckline, razor back, 75% polyamide, 25% spandex. I did extra small on this and asked for neon spring. I am still waiting on this, so once I get it, I will pop it in. This is the flex tank long, extra small in neon green, neon spring. Here it is to Aurora, a little bit lighter. That's probably why they had to name it something else. It's double lined right here, so it is a little bit sheer right here. No built-in shelf bra. A little bit tighter right here and shorter. The glass tank. I do like this better than the basics cami. However, glass tank is still something I'd rather spend my money on. I just don't feel like it's snatching the waist or really shaping me that well. This just isn't my cup of tea. And the back just looks like this. Again, you'll see the bra. It does have a curved hem at the front. Hits a little bit above my hip bone. The fabric is it feels a little bit more sweat wicking than like tenacity fabric. And then it also comes in the flex tank, which is a little bit shorter line. It's more of like a cropped version. Double layered scoop neckline, 75% polyamide, 25% spandex. That comes in black, dark navy, ride, rose, and white. That wasn't my cup of tea, so I didn't snag that. But I love the options. And then we have the women's sprint short, which those have not come yet, but I did ask for those. I'll insert that once I get them. 3.5 inseam, seamless liner, hidden pocket, brushed elastic waistband, glute shaping seams, 86% polyester, 14% spandex. And then this is coming in black, bloom, dark navy, neon spring, and white. So if you're a runner, these are runner shorts, pockets in the short liner. They look really short though, but again, I can't confirm, but I feel like I'm gonna get diaper booty, but I wanted to still get them and try. So I think I asked for small, but I was sent extra small. Waistband fits great, like it fits great. However, It is literally like my booty cheeks are out unless you are shorter, don't have big glutes. Because if you are taller, if you have big glutes, your booty cheeks will in fact be hanging out. I don't like these, and I feel like they give diaper booty. So, not for me. The material is not bad, it's just the inseam is so insanely short. Like, this is dark navy just to show the color. So they did a seamless liner, which I really don't understand why. It rolls so bad and becomes basically a thong on me. Like, it goes right up in my crack. So I don't understand the science behind doing that. I don't know. I don't run, so I don't know if maybe people prefer this type of inseam, but I do not. And then we have the baby tees coming back. We have our cap sleeve, waist length, 94% cotton, 6% spandex, coming in blue bonnet, canary yellow, and rose. Now, I normally do extra small on the baby tees. I definitely think you can size down, but unfortunately, again, something with the system, we weren't allowed to select certain sizes for some reason, so I couldn't size down to the size I like in the baby tee. So I am getting a lot of like extra fabric, bagginess, the back kind of gapes. So I still like it. I just would have loved to have the size I prefer, but I still will wear them. They're easy to throw on over your bra, whereas like a little bolero with the matching sports bra, like I freaking love this vibe. A little bit longer than meet and greet, more like waist length, baby tee, cap sleeve, and a little bit sheer on the yellow. But again, it's a cottony material, still soft, but not as like soft as like Buff Bunny Halo, Honor Active Mellow Soft. This does hold up better with sweat though than those. I love that we're having fun colors. I wish we would have gotten the basics baby tee too though. Like, I love that slick fabric. That holds up so well for my workouts. I also would have loved to see either the glass tanks in these colors or a baby tee in the glass tank fit and material. I really hope we get that next launch because those will be friggin' fire. Here's yellow, extra small, and then rose. Again, I definitely think you can size down. They're quite stretchy. Got the tonal ALPHALETE logo right here. Rag sleeve, so when you raise your arms, it doesn't lift. Here is rose pink. Pairs so nicely with all of the other pinks dropping. One thing again is the neck opening in my normal size is quite big, and especially in the back, like it's gaping. So again, I would definitely size down in this, especially if you like, at least if you like a tighter fit and want less excess fabric, because like even in the arm area, it's like puckering. Like I really wish I could have snagged my correct size in this. Love this pink, a little less sheer than the yellow. And then we have the women's basic cami tank, double layered, strap reinforced with elastics, no branding, 94% polyester, 6% spandex. This is coming in black, bloom, blue bonnet, ride, and white. I did bloom extra small. I still personally prefer the glass tank. I think it's more snatching. This one is, in my opinion, not really snatching even in an extra small. The waist is still quite loose. Like, it's not as snatching as I feel like some of the other basics tops that we got. So I like the length, but I wish I would have loved it more had it had a built-in shelf bra. I really don't wear tanks like this besides the glass tank unless it has a built-in shelf bra with adjustable straps. I think had they had that feature, it would have been 10 times better in my opinion. So it's just not something I personally would spend my own money on. I like the glass tank a lot better, but I love this pink, so obviously I had to try it out. Double lined in the front, however, you're still gonna see nips. Not out of my comfort zone, I guess. Like, I feel like my nips would still show. I'd rather just wear it with the bra. I wore it with the Bloom strappy bra, and you could still see the straps. I don't know, it's just not one of my favorites. Again, I don't think I'd spend my own money on it. It's a slicker fabric, so definitely better for workouts. If you don't like a seamless fit but want a tank, you could definitely give this a try. It, as you can see, kind of flares out at the bottom, so not super snatching. Definitely would size down if that's what you want. Here's the tank. I did extra small. I definitely prefer the glass tank 1000%. I feel like it's more flattering, more snatching, less of like this like weirdly wide square look. But this is, again, a slicker fabric. It is double lined in the front. Still, like, not something I personally would feel comfortable wearing no bra with, because you'll definitely see your nips. So yeah, not one of my, like, I don't mind it, but definitely prefer the glass tanks. Like, I don't know if I'd spend my own money on this, being completely honest. Wearing the strappy bra with it, you can definitely see the straps. Again, double lined in the front, not in the back. Back looks like this. Definitely would size down because again, this is an extra, extra small and it's still baggy. So definitely not as tight as Glass Tank. And then we have the Amplify open back bra, AB cup, adjustable straps, 51% polyamide, 38% polyester, 11% elastane, black, bloom, blue bonnet, canary yellow, ride, rose, and white. Now I got 3 of these. I got one extra, extra small, one extra small, and I believe they have made fit changes because my extra, extra small feels like my extra small from last time this dropped. This is my favorite sports bra too, so I'm bummed I didn't size down on all of them. I didn't realize there had been fit changes. Very, very minimal, but as an IBTC girl, it is noticeable on my chest because I'm quite small and I'm narrow and it feels wider, but I still really like it. I just, again, should have sized down in all of them. I just wasn't aware. Also, it used to have this cross back, which right here, and then they got rid of that. It's more open back. They also made this more pointy, which I don't know if I care for. Like, I definitely, like, I feel like you'll be able to see in photos, but like right here, it's just like weirdly pointy. Like they definitely made it longer. So I definitely wish I would have sized down in all of them because if you size down, it pretty much gives you the same fit as older drops. Like this is pump and this like, yeah, so it's now bigger. So just keep that in mind. But these are my favorite seamless bras ALPHALETE has. They're so dainty. I went on, I feel like a muscle mommy. So I'm glad that we finally got them back. I just wish they weren't running big. And then we have adjustable straps, removable cups, just a thin elastic band down here. So definitely lower support, but now has a little bit more coverage, also a little bit wider, so a little less narrow chest friendly. But again, sizing down does help with that. Rose pink, and this has white ALPHALETE logo on it. Open back. This is the extra, extra small. Looks more dainty. Looks, in my opinion, like it fits better. I have less like extra wrinkling fabric happening right here. Like the extra, extra small feels a lot more like last time they dropped these. So I definitely wish I would have sized down in all of them. It gets rid of the gaping issue. It doesn't feel as uncomfortable in my armpits. Yeah, so I definitely feel like if you're smaller chested, I do think you can size down in this bra, smaller or narrow chested. Removable cups, adjustable straps, keyhole detail in the back. Love this pink. Again, you can literally, all the contour colors you can mix and match. Like how cute is that combo with the, also with the yellow, like they all look so good together. And then we have the bloom, which is very different from the other bloom, so I feel like it should have been named different, but maybe they forgot, I don't know. But it also has the white ALPHALETE logo. Oh, and then I'm wearing the yellow one. Very happy that these are coming back. Again, they are my favorite ALPHALETE seamless bras. All right, here is the strappy seamless bra, extra small. I feel like for the most part, it fits pretty similar. It was a wider bra to begin with. That's why it's kind of creating that baggy look right here. I just kind of wish I would have sized down in all of them because I just feel like it's a little bit wider on my chest than I like even wider. And as a narrow chest girl, like I definitely need to size down because I feel like I'm getting more fabric in my armpit. I also feel like this has been like made a little bit more like, I don't know, the design right here looks different, or is that just me? Because this right here just looks more like I don't know. Removable cups, low support, but for the IBTC girlies, I love it. Got good side boob coverage, in my opinion, good under boob coverage as a small chest gal. Definitely gonna be lower support for the BTC girls, but it has this keyhole detail. But if you're larger chested, maybe wider chested, I feel like you should stay true to size. I didn't realize until this color that it's got like the shading under the boobs, and this one's a little bit lighter, so first I thought it was my deodorant. I'm really only noticing it in the yellow. I didn't really notice it in the others. White ALPHALETE logo. Again, a little bit wider of a bra, but this is definitely my favorite seamless bra. It's like their most minimal seamless bra they have. Adjustable straps, keyhole detail. We have the Amplify contour shorts coming back as well. 5-inch inseam, ultra high rise, glute scrunch, 51% polyamide, 38% polyester, and 11% elastane. Bloom, blue bonnet, canary yellow, and rose. Extra small in all of the shorts, just because I feel like, again, these are ultra high rise and I have a short torso, so sizing down helps. And I just like the leg opening to be a little bit more snug to kind of help a little bit with rolling. So the fit has tweaked a little bit from last contour. The waistband looks to be an inch bigger. Every time this drops, they just keep making the waistband bigger and bigger. The canary yellow and rose feel the same. Definitely the softer, a little bit more delicate and thinner contour like Amplify fabric. Now the pink feels a little bit more durable, less soft, not scratchy, but like I don't know. I actually like the fit the most of this color, and someone else said that their blue bonnet also fit like the bloom. Tighter than these colors, so the fabric feels a little bit more durable, a little bit tighter. I love the way these are fitting and feeling in this color. Like I don't feel like, oof, I have to like walk on eggshells when wearing this. Whereas these colors, obviously, like I feel like one sit in the wrong spot and they're probably gonna pill. Again, contour I feel like is definitely more delicate than their newer Amplify or Revive material. She feels a little bit more durable, she's more compressive, and the feel just doesn't feel as like pantyhose like. So I really like the way Bloom fits. And again, it's still ultra high rise, but when it's tighter it doesn't feel as high on me. It has a 3-tiered taper waistband, but again, it's not as snug as like older fits. I would say these colors fit the same as last contour. This one again fits a little bit tighter, which I like. The leg opening makes it roll a little bit less when it's tighter. Again, the contour shorts do not have the waffle detail like the legging. I don't like the waffle detail, so I prefer the shorts. I think the shorts are more flattering than the leggings. But it's got this like design right here on the side, which is a little bit thinner. And then the inside kind of looks like this. And then you've got the vertical ribbing contour. There's no compression. It's not going to be some magical BBL lift. It is not going to lift anything. It's not a lift legging. It just has shading. So it's got the vertical ribbed shading that kind of scoops a little bit, comes to a point, not completely under the glutes, but a little point right here. So the leggings also have that, but I just feel like it's a little bit more flattering in the shorts. Again, I am waiting for contour bikers. A little salty, those haven't happened yet. There's no way I'm the only one that's been like advocating for that, right? I don't know. Hopefully we see it, because again, their rebrand is supposed to have more options, more length, or I'd be happy with Revive bikers, the new pump bikers. I really hope pump comes in bikers. I also hope the pump compression is tight enough. But here's Bloom. We'll do the sticker test. This color is definitely going to be the least sheer, but because Amplify material contour is still a thinner fabric, if you have a tattoo, if you sides down, you might still see it. But with nude thong, I personally wouldn't stress this color at all. And the shorts are a shorter scrunch compared to like the leggings, so I don't mind the scrunch in these. The one thing, again, I just wish that ALPHALETE would start doing, instead of the straight waistband, I wish they would start doing a seam with the V. I feel like that would shape the glutes a lot better, be a lot more flattering than just a straight waistband, because the straight waistband doesn't do anything for shaping the glutes. So I would just love to see that in the future, or maybe a completely different legging, seamless legging that has that. Because the straight waistband, just like after trying like seamless with a V-seam, like it's really hard to go back to that straight waistband because it really doesn't shape like a V-seam does. So it's just a little feedback that I would love to see. We've got the scrunch, still very flattering. These are one of my favorite ALPHALETE shorts they have. Love this color, love the feel of this one. No front seam, so I don't get any camel toe in it, but I do get Barbie crotch. I get that with pretty much any seamless though. It's just my anatomy. Doesn't bother me. Oh, I also feel like they got rid of the shine on the scrunch. Like that doesn't look shiny, right? So if you have a tattoo, you really see it in this color. It's not gonna be as bad as the yellow or rose. So if you're wanting the least sheer color, definitely go with this one, or I guess maybe blue bonnet. But again, I feel like if you have steel, you do not need blue bonnet. Has a scrunch. Again, I still feel like this ALPHALETE seamless would be so much more flattering if it had a V waist with a seam that was like a little bit lower, hit right at the top of the glutes to make it look perkier than a straight waistband. A straight waistband does absolutely nothing to shape. So I would love to see that tweak. It's got the scrunch. I would say these are a little bit more snug, especially in the leg opening, which I like. It's keeping them from rolling a little bit more than like last drop. I'd say medium compression, like not insanely snug. Love this color. I just, again, wish there were bikers, and I wish that we had a V-seam instead of a straight back, because the V-seam would obviously make the glutes look better. But if you like contour, it is now coming in this color. These shorts, again, do not have the waffle detail, but does have that like ribbed panel that kind of scoops right under the glutes to contour a little bit. There is no lift, there is no compression. It's just kind of like a seam scooping right under. Obviously they're still flattering, like they go on the cheeks, they've got the scrunch, the little ribbon contour, but like it's not like lifting like I feel like some people advertise it as. It is high rise to ultra high rise depending on your torso. Would love to see, again, a mid-rise option. I would also love to see the waistband, again, in the front come to a point instead of straight. Like with the V back, if they connected that and then made it come to a point in the front as well, that would give the lower stomach compression as well. Whereas when it is just straight, it kind of like chops your stomach in half, pushing it down and out. Now it is a little bit longer than Honor Active, so I find it to give a little bit more tummy control and do that less than the Honor Active ones, because that one is shorter. So you have like, it hits at an even weirder spot, pushing it down and out. That's one thing I noticed and why I didn't like the Effortless, because of the waistband. But I just think if they like came out with a seamless version that had that point, giving compression to the lower stomach would completely get rid of that issue and would make the waist just look a lot more flattering. I still really like contour. They are one of ALPHALETE's most flattering shorts. The seamless fabric is a softer, stretchier fabric. And then we have Rose. We'll do the sticker squat test for this as well. I definitely feel like this one looks the best on my butt personally. Like I just feel like my butt looks so plump in this color. Now these are both extra small. The scrunches are lining up to be the same, so that looks pretty consistent. It doesn't look like one color has a longer scrunch. So I feel like that's a huge improvement as well, because I remember one time Seamless were like each color was having like a different measurement of scrunches at one point, so they have improved that. This color, beautiful. It's such a pretty light pink. You've got, again, the detailing on the side, the ribbing. Would love to see, well, I guess we'll get pump, which will have actual compression. But I feel like had the vertical ribbing actually had some compression, these would be so freaking good. 3-tier tapered waistband, definitely more medium tummy control. I do feel like in place in this, the waistband does not move for me. So I always love an ALPHALETE waistband. The ALPHALETE logo back here. So these do not have the new logo. I don't think we'll see the new logo on the Seamless until pump. And then the leg opening right here is not as snug as this one. So this one does roll a little bit more. Again, would love to see bikers, because then you'd get that under glute fold. It wouldn't roll. So here are the lighter pink. I definitely feel like these ones are the most flattering. They're a little less snug than the darker pink. But something about, again, lighter colors just make the glutes pop more. 4.5 inch inseam on extra small. I believe there's a grading scale, so it will get longer when you size up. And I have a short torso. I prefer a biker length and a little bit more mid-rise, but I still really like the waistband. Like, it doesn't feel insanely high, especially in the shorts compared to the leggings. Not getting any camel toe. Do get a little bit of Barbie crotch. It does roll. Again, the leg opening's a little bit less snug in this color than the darker pink, so rolls a little bit more. Sorry, no waffle detail, but you've got that paneling right here, and then the ribbing that goes around the glutes and kind of sculpts glutes and kind of like under. No compression though, so it does not lift. It's literally just shading. It's not like it's gonna give a booty lift, but we're gonna do the sticker. This one and yellow are probably the most sheer. I would say this one's not as bad as yellow. If you have a tattoo, you'll definitely see it. But nude thong, like, I'm still gonna do legs in these. I do legs in Citrus Frost, so this doesn't bother me. But in case you have a tattoo, just wanted to show if you wear anything besides nude thong, you're gonna see it. Do the sticker test. Oh, something on my knee. First is my back, then it's my neck, now it's my knee. This color is definitely, if you have a tattoo, you're definitely gonna see it, but I don't feel like it's as bad as the yellow, which we're gonna get into now. This one is pretty similar, and to lemonade, maybe the slightest bit darker. We got the 3-tier taper waistband. This is the most sheer, like even with a new thong, like yeah. But I still wear sheer leggings and shorts, so I'm glad they gave us the option. Not many brands do yellow shorts in general because of the sheerness. Like, it's just pretty much inevitable unless you're doing like double lined, which then compresses and pancakes your glutes. But I like being given the option because obviously, like, if you don't like sheer, you don't have to buy the yellow. Like, don't get them, they're gonna be more sheer. But for the girlies that don't care, like, I still like being given the option because I love a matching set. So I'm very happy they still did the yellow. But just know, if you have a glute tattoo, you are 100% gonna see it in this color. You, even with a nude thong and you size, like, just don't size down, just be prepared, because like you can see like even the difference of like the waistband to where the waistband no longer is, especially when on. But you know me, I'm crazy and I'm still gonna wear these to the gym. Okay, I don't care. And then we've got, again, the glute contouring. Very flattering on the glutes because, again, it is a brights make your booty cheeks pop, which is what I want, okay? The white ALPHALETE logo. Canary yellow contour shorts. So these are definitely the most sheer. You can see the waistband is a lot thicker and then it goes into a thinner fabric, like that is visible. Majority of yellow bottoms are always going to be sheer no matter the brand. That's why a lot of brands don't do yellow bottoms. So I'm just happy that we got the option because I will still wear this. I don't care. I love a matching set. And I know some other people feel that way too. So I like that we were given the option. Obviously, if you don't like a sheer short legging, do not go for canary yellow. I don't really stress sweat, but maybe since it's a lighter color, if you're doing a super intense workout, it could potentially still show, but it'll dry pretty quick because of the material. Rose and the canary yellow definitely feel softer as well compared to the darker pink. It feels like this one will be a little bit more pill prone. Let's put the sticker in. If you have a tattoo and you don't want it to be shown, definitely avoid this color because yeah, you're gonna see it. Her squat test. Again, ultra high rise. But they do stay put. The shorts never, I usually notice that the shorts usually don't feel as high as the leggings. The leggings usually are like maternity leggings on me. So that's why I have opted to only do the shorts. So I unfortunately don't have any of the leggings to show you guys. I just knew, like, I don't really wear my contour leggings that much anymore because they're too high. I feel like the shorts are more flattering and then I don't like the waffle detail. So we have the contour coming in bloom, blue bonnet, ride, and rose. So yellow is not in the leggings, only the shorts. 25 inseam, ultra high rise, has a glute scrunch. So the leggings are coming out if you prefer those, but I just feel like the shorts are more flattering and also don't hit as high. We have the velour zip hoodie, velvety smooth gold metal branding, 94% polyester, 6% spandex. I didn't have enough select, so I didn't pick this, but low-key I did want the velour zip hoodie in bloom. She's kind of cute. And then we have it in blue bonnet as well. It's giving juicy. They really should have bedazzled ALPHALETE on there. That would have been fire. Then we have the velour short 2-inch inseam. My booty cheeks would be out. Velvety smooth gold metal branding, 94% polyester, 6% spandex. Like, even on the model, those just look too short. So I did not snag those. I was like, heck no. 2-inch inseam, no. So that is everything for the women's. I hope this review was helpful. I love the brights. I love that we have some ultra high rise options, but we also now have some short rise options, some short glute options. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them down below and I will try to get back to you ASAP. But again, the launch is May 17th, 12 p.m. CST, so an hour before Buff Bunnies. Code Bailey, it saves you 10% off, helps keep me working with ALPHALETE and bringing these reviews out for you guys and petitioning for my short glute girlies. Yeah, if you find this video helpful, it would mean so much if you use code Bailey. It also saves you money and counts as an entry to my monthly giveaway. I'll see you guys in my next video, and next ALPHALETE review should be for the pump.